Howdy, howdy. Welcome on in to the pre-show before the free show.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you put a little more snare in my headphones?
They shouldn't have been
I don't know. For
messed
some reason
up. You know who was sitting in your chair yesterday?
Oh, there's no telling. Oh, that's much better.
Shahan.
Yeah, there you go.
Shahan was sitting in your chair yesterday, so if you're going to yell at anyone,
Good.
it's not me, it's
I want to make
Shahan.
sure I can hear my beloved producer. We have a special guest in the studio, Pickle.
We really do.
We do. Let's go live over to my right.
And
where
there's
we are joined by Vagrant.
Yeah.
So who are you?
I am Aspen Tribble. I am Ashley's best friend from 6th grade.
Yeah.
Okay, so
She is a, we got a lot of Lano energy
I was gonna
in
say,
this, in the studio right now.
So you're from Yano.
Yano. Good old Yano.
What's your deal? What are you doing here?
Just seeing Pickle. It's
Yeah.
been a while.
People
you call her
want to
Pickle?
come visit me.
Or do you call her Ashley?
I call her Shlee, but
You call her Shlee.
Shlee.
That's one
Write that
nickname you did not know
down.
about. My entire family calls me Shlee. Like everyone back home does.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I know
But-
too many pickles.
I'm
so.
learning a lot about this. I'm gonna write this stuff down. Give me more ammunition. What else do I need to know about Ashley? What more do I need to know about Shlee?
Oh
Shlee.
God, no.
There's so much to tell.
No,
Mhm.
I don't think we have time for it.
I
But
think that's
Give me like some highlights, some top level stuff. We've got 4 more minutes.
she's a fantastic wing woman. I'll give her that.
A wing woman.
Yeah.
That's
that's what's up.
you know, like when you're first going through like that single phase for the first time, but you're super awkward.
Oh yeah,
and you're
I
an
know that very
awkward,
well.
Like,
He's just awkward in general.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it
yeah,
was-
you know me.
Yeah, so like I like everyone it's Atlanta, like it's football like all the time, and I'm not a sports person at all. So
We're
it
very
was-
yin and yang when
yeah.
it comes to that.
Yeah, I don't sport.
You don't sport.
No, I
You
don't
don't sports
sport.
very hard.
That's what makes this relationship work, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's my break from sport.
So I'm just so I'm just disgusting to you.
Yes.
Eh.
That's fair.
But
That's
like
fair.
when I was like we were going through that younger age, and they like I was super awkward, like couldn't
Mm-hmm.
talk to anyone in general. And so like she would always give me like highlights of sports stuff so that I
Mm-hmm.
could have conversation and try and act smart
So basically,
to impress people.
yeah,
So-
basically she would be like at a bar and going like, I'm out of things to talk about. Give me like 3 sport facts. And
Yeah,
so then
it's
it was
always
like
sports
shooting.
bars, and it's like
Uh-huh.
it's like, hey, give me some cool facts so that I can like
Okay,
I
so-
look like I know what I'm talking about.
Okay. Okay. So then what are you into? What's if sports?
So
are
first
not
off, she's a nurse. She's over here saving people's lives.
okay. So you're like a smart person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay. First
I
smart
guess.
person we've had in this office in a
Yeah.
while. That's good.
You are designated smart
That's
person
not,
now.
That's not true. That's not true. The people on this side of the office are smart.
We're not all our editorial jabronis.
Yeah, all the jabrones over there.
She might be the first person that has ever made you look a little less translucent in this lighting. Like y'all are competing for most translucent
You know
in
what?
this lighting right now.
So what you're saying is that we get hated on by Shlee here
Oh,
a
God.
lot.
Yeah, all the time.
Right.
Constantly.
It's just
It
it's
is not my fault y'all
obnoxious,
look
right?
like ghosts.
It's obnoxious, right?
Yes,
It's
she's
just
always
because-
talking about how
Okay,
her
whoa,
great
whoa, whoa,
tans
whoa, whoa,
are.
whoa.
I'm
This
gonna
was-
go to the lake and I'm gonna
Yeah.
suntan and this
And then I'm over here like frying or with
Right.
like this big old like
Thank
tarp
you.
over
This is
me.
not how
Thank you,
this was
Aspen.
supposed to be going.
No, Aspen can stay.
Hey.
This is great.
You're taking my job. I hope you
No,
realize
this is
that.
very- yeah,
I hope
no.
you don't mind me bumming on your couch from here on out because I'm about to lose my job
No,
for real.
I appreciate that. You're exactly right. That she's a, you know what? She's a tan snob.
She is very much. Thank you for finally putting a name to it.
You know what? Yeah. You know we're.
Aaron Flynn had a fantastic comment. Y'all are too white. Ashley Hawaiian shirt pickle.
Yeah, it's a good
Which
point.
shout out to the guy at the racetrack over here by our office because this morning I went in and he goes, "Oh, you make me want to be at a luau right now." I said, "My guy, happy Hawaiian shirt Friday to you."
So you deal with this a lot.
All the time.
Yes,
Literally,
She's
I'm
been
up
dealing
here
with this for
because she
years.
sports all the time.
Like
and I
here's
can't
the
get her down
amazing.
there.
Here it's amazing to meet you for a number of reasons. First of all,
Okay.
you seem great.
Thank you.
Secondly,
Goof says hi.
Secondly,
Shout
shout out Goof. Secondly, it's weird to meet somebody who voluntarily associates with Pickle. Like
Yeah, he has to.
I am contractually obligated to do
I'm
this.
sorry.
You know,
This
hey,
is not how this is supposed to
listen,
be going
mortgage
here.
has got to be paid. I got a note.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you have chosen this. You've chosen this life.
I mean, after 15 years that we've known, you're kind of just stuck.
You're pot committed.
Yeah.
I was fixing to say, it's how you can look at Tep Wife. Tep Wife is she has to be there at this point. You know, it's like
She really doesn't.
she doesn't, but she chooses to because she's already been doing it for so long.
So what you're
So
saying is
that's-
it's easier to stay in than it is to get out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like
Yeah.
if she tries to get out now, this
It's just-
relationship is we're too far in.
There's just a lot of things that I don't understand about you, but I find a lot of courage in. One of them is obviously being a nurse. That
Thank
takes
you.
a lot of courage. That's
She
something I
got
could
like
never
super into medical talk last night, and I was like, I'm gonna act like I know what she's talking about.
She does great listening, even though she's a talker.
I'm
for
like,
life.
you're smart people stuff. I
Yeah,
talk about
so-
14-year-olds running elliptical spheroids.
So and then you
That's what a shape of a football is, if anyone was wondering.
but the other thing is that you like the courage it takes to be friends with Pickle. You know is
Yeah.
you know what? Let me just tell you. Thank you. Thank you for your
You're
service.
welcome.
Thank you for your service. Thank
Not
you
for being a nurse and saving lives,
you.
but for putting up with me.
She can
It
be
can
a
be
lot.
both. It can be both. How long are you in town?
Yeah, I go back tomorrow.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a short trip.
In and out.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's part of adulting.
Yeah, I know.
Short trips.
It's tough. It's tough. Aspen, are you going to stay for the rest of the show?
I am.
Okay.
I'll be on the corner.
Great. Thanks. Thanks for hopping on the pre-show.
Thank you.
Bye, Aspen.
Bye.
Hit the theme expo. Let's go! Free money! Free
Go!
Ain't how to sing the blues, babe. Shot glass in your hand.
The Dave Campbell's Texas Football Mothership here in beautiful Louisville, Texas. It's Texas Football Today, a program coming to you through the miracle of the internet. Thanks, Al Gore. My name's Greg Tepper. I'm the managing editor of Dave Campbell's Texas Football magazine, TexasFootball.com, a corresponding website. Thank you for spending part of your day with us, whether you're watching us live at TexasFootball.com, Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, or you listen to us in the podcast, which you can subscribe to on the podcast vendor of your choice. Either way, thank you for doing your part to support your local mediocre internet show. I am sitting over there at the helm today, making us sound good. She's the Duchess of the Dorks. She is Schlee Pickle.
I knew that was coming. That was the one I intentionally had not told you about yet.
Gonna write something on this whiteboard and hold it up to the
No, there's no E.
camera. Oh, there's no Schlee?
No,
Wait,
it's more like Schley. We've always said it that way.
that's very weird.
Mhm.
That doesn't make any sense because this is your name without the A.
Yeah.
And so what I'm supposed to do is fundamentally change the way that your name is spelled.
Yeah, it's a nickname.
Okay, but like my nickname is Tep, and like you don't,
Yeah, I guess.
you know what I'm saying?
Well, like
I don't know.
it's like a nickname, not like
Mhm.
obviously people call me Pickle.
You Lano
More-
people.
Yeah.
I tell
What
you.
do you mean, you people?
I didn't say you people. I said you Lano people. I was very specific about the you people I was talking about. This is like you, the Pickles, the Kirkendalls,
The
the Greens,
Yeah,
all the families I know. Aspen, what's your last name?
Tribble.
The
And
Tribbles.
that is a Lano name.
The
Boy, howdy.
Tribbles. all these Lano people. You Lano people.
yeah.
I can say that very sincerely.
That's fair.
Today is Friday, August 6, 2021. It's 111 days until Thanksgiving. Happy birthday to whose birthday is today? Do you know anybody whose birthday is today? Pickle?
No.
Today is the birthday of M. Night Shyamalan. Happy birthday, M. Night Shyamalan.
Sure.
Or Robin Van Persie. This is episode 1216. On today's show, my friends, we're going to hear from Cody Simper, the new head coach of Cy Woods, about his transition. Matt Stepp caught up with him there at the THSCA Coaching School Convention. Then back half of the show is Helpful Honda Mailbag Friday.
Good cars.
Good cars. So get your questions in about high school football, college football, recruiting, lifestyle, romance, travel, nicknames, the proper spelling of nicknames, why you should never, why if you're going to shorten a name, you don't necessarily have to change
E is
the
an
entire spelling of
unnecessary
it.
vowel. Throw it away.
Texas football. Okay, I'm going to start spelling your name without an E.
Fine.
Ashley. We have a friend, Ashley Elam, who spells it without an E, but he's a dude.
Yeah.
He's a dude named Ashley. Anyway, get your questions in on Facebook, facebook.com/Dave Campbell's. We would appreciate it, where they will be gratefully received. Do we have first four through the door?
We sure do. It was Aaron Arbuckle, Rob Hadaway, Jacob McNeil, and Tony Blaylock. Welcome in, fellas.
What is up, nerds? All right. We got a lot to get to.
We do.
Pickle. But let's start with this. A couple weeks ago, down there in San Antonio, the THSCA Coaching School and Convention, Matt Stepp caught up with the new head coach of the Cy Woods Wildcats, Coach Cody Simper, moving from Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
Veterans Memorial.
And their
There were
mascot
there were too many.
is...
They are the...
That was the one you messed up at the coaching clinic
the
in College
Eagles.
Station.
They're the Eagles. They're the Eagles.
You-
Corpus Christi Veterans
Are
Memorial.
you
Eagles.
telling me that, or are you
Yes.
asking me that?
Yes, because Mission is the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
Corpus Christi Vets is the Eagles.
Okay. I know that this is the you
You're gonna make me look it
are
up.
number one seed in well, you and Stepp are like number one seeds in mascots.
No,
but
no,
this
we're
is,
not. No, we're not. We're two
Oh,
seeds.
Craig.
Yeah.
Yeah. Respect credit where credit is due.
Let's put some respect on that man's name. Do you see what he was doing, by the way?
Yeah, watching a Billy Joel concert at Fenway.
At Fenway Park.
How
That's right.
freaking cool is that?
Yeah,
They did
Corpus
get,
Christi Vets is the Eagles. Get off me.
I just like to bring it up because I know that's the one that consistently trips you up.
Yeah, there's too many Veterans Memorials.
Anyway, he's not even there anymore.
He's not there. But the thing is, I had to make sure he was at Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial. There were too many good Corpus Christi teams last year, and so one of them got a new job. Cody Simper left Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial to go to Cy Woods. Matt Stepp caught up with him at the THSCA Coaching School and Convention. Here's Matt Stepp's conversation with Cy Woods coach Cody Simper. Texas football today.
Matt Stepp with Dave Campbell's Texas Football back here at the Texas High School Coaches Association and Convention, here with the head coach, the new head coach of the Cypress Woods Wildcats, Coach Cody Simper. Coach, first off, congratulations on the new gig, and we appreciate you taking a few minutes to chat with us today.
Thank you. I think we're all just excited to be here. Last year at this time we didn't know if we were going to have a football season, much less be able to come to a convention. So to come back and get the brotherhood of Texas high school coaches back together again is special. It's
been a lot of fun, and you can tell the excitement in the air for football season is palatable. Everybody's ready to go. If we started practice tomorrow, how excited are we? You're just chomping at the bit, ready to go?
I think there are several of us that feel like we have a lot of work to do to get ready for the season, but we can't be more excited to get out on the field and get the kids working and start working towards that first game.
Look, you great job at Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial the past few years getting that program off the ground. You guys had a lot of success, and you were at a great place. And it was going to take a really special opportunity for you to come along to leave that place. We had talked, many times about that and how happy you were there at Veterans Memorial. What was it about Cy Woods and when that opportunity opened up that really intrigued you about the job, and what ultimately attracted you to putting your name in that hat?
I think you found the right adjective. I think it's a special place, and we felt that Veterans Memorial was a special place. We love that community and those kids and our coaches there and the administration. Everything was top-notch, and I said all along it would take a really special opportunity for me to ever leave a school of that caliber. And when Cy Woods, that opportunity opened up, it wasn't a given. I had to do a lot of research, and I knew that Cy-Fair ISD is a world-class school district, and I knew of Cy Woods from the short amount of time that I was in Cy-Fair previously, but to find out the state of the program currently to see if it would be a good move, and we feel like it is. There's a lot of work to do, but it's a challenge that we've accepted.
A lot of times in multi-school ISDs, it's a challenge. The one school ISD is vertically aligned and everything kind of goes according to plan. There's more moving parts in a multi-school ISD. You worked in a good multi-school ISD in Corpus Christi ISD. Cy-Fair ISD, in my opinion, is an elite multi-school ISD, because considering the size of that district and the success that all their sports programs have, how vital is that at a place like Cy Woods to have that campus support, athletic administration support, and overall district support? And how great is it there at Cy-Fair ISD?
Yeah, I think it's crucial in any multi-school district, and I think the administration, top to bottom, in Simper ISD and at Cy Woods is incredible. You have to have their support. You need them to help make things happen, and our athletic department there is as good as anywhere in the nation. Our superintendent is an incredible supporter of athletics, and our administration on campus is all on board for the success of our athletic team. So, we're excited about it. It's definitely a good situation for us as a district and particularly as a school.
Now, on that being said, on Friday nights and Thursday nights and Saturday nights, the competition is incredible in Cy-Fair ISD. It is a grind in either of the districts. What kind of challenges do your district opponents present to you guys when the season starts? Because it's every week you've got to come to play, or you could be in last place. The competition and the coaching in that district is elite as well. It's a lot of challenges every week, aren't there?
Absolutely. There's not a weak link. Every single game is you're going to face a state caliber team, both in your district play, but also in our non-district play. We have an extremely tough slate. So you do have to prepare every single week with the understanding that if you don't win that week, there's a very good chance that you're not going to make the playoffs. They're very well rounded. Everybody's very balanced. There's not a coaching staff there that can't coach with anybody in the country. And so we all go out every single week to get our kids prepared to get out there and do battle.
For your ball club specifically, obviously, there's this offseason, it's been a lot more productive just because you've been able to be with your kids, and especially being a new head coach, how vital it was to get your offense and defense installed, using the hour of sports specific in the summer, getting the strength and conditioning program going. When you look at your ball club here in 2021, what's got to go right for the Wildcats in order for you guys to be successful and challenge for a district title and to make a deep playoff run?
I think the responsibility falls back on our coaches staff 100%. We've got good players. We've got hard-working, tough kids. It's a matter of us preparing them and teaching them our offensive, defensive, and special team systems, and not only the basics of them, but how to adjust once the ball's been snapped. And if we can get our kids up to speed on that, they're going to be in a position to win football games.
Final question for you: when you there's the coaching fraternity is incredible, and you guys share information all the time. What advice would you give to a first year head coach? What's the most important thing as a first? Because you've been you became a head coach at Corpus Christi Ray. You went to Veterans Memorial. Now you're heading into your first year at Cy Woods. So you've done this a couple of times. What's the most important thing that needs to be accomplished as a first year head coach?
Work. Take on every responsibility that you can. You're not going to get the next opportunity until you've already done the work for that job. I think that there are a lot of position coaches that want to be coordinators that shy away from the work that coordinators do. And then there are coordinators that want to be head coaches. And if you're not treating your program like you're the head coach and working as if your name is attached to those wins and losses, then you're never going to get that opportunity. So young coaches have to understand that they need to step outside of their job responsibilities and take on as much as they can, and understand that you're going to feel like you're drinking out of a fire hose for the first few years. When we look at the numbers and we see the attrition in our profession, it happens during the first 5 years of coaches. So if they're willing to work and grind out those first few years, they're going to get more comfortable with their roles, and they're going to learn that there's not a better job on the planet.
Coach, we appreciate your time. Thank you for all you do for the student-athletes in the state of Texas, and good luck here in the 2021 season.
Thank you so much, Matt.
Great job. Thanks Coach.
Thanks so much for watching that
Cody.
video. If you would like more and to be notified when they... One of these days, Chandra's going to throw something through the glass
Cody
at you.
Simper, the new head coach of Cy Woods Wildcats, joining us there at THSC Coaching School and Convention. Appreciate his time. Excited to see what he does. That's a little bit of a turnaround that he's going to have to do. But at the same time, he was at Corpus Christi Vets, and he was their first and only coach. And so he has built something from scratch. Cy Woods is not going from scratch. Cy Woods is going from, as far as Cy-Fair ISD schools are concerned, they're just kind of they're middle of the road.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They can strive to get that fourth spot in the district.
So you could make an argument that he is starting from a better position there than he was at Corpus Christi Vets, although obviously I think the situation at Corpus Christi Vets lent itself to success. A lot of things to get into there. But my point is, Cody Simper has very clearly proven himself to be a good coach and a builder, and he could be somebody that builds something there at Cy Woods. So we appreciate his time hopping on with us there at the THSCA Coaching School and Convention in San Antonio a couple of weeks ago. We are Texas Football Today. We're here every weekday at noon on TexasFootball.com, talking football in the Lone Star State. You can follow us on Twitter at DCTF, like us on Facebook, Facebook.com/Dave Campbell's. Follow us on Instagram, Instagram.com/Dave Campbell's, and of course, see us at TexasFootball.com, TexasFootball.com is where you can find complete coverage of high school football, college football, and recruiting all across the Lone Star State. Hope you'll consider becoming a Dave Campbell's Texas Football Insider at TexasFootball.com/subscribe. That's our subscription package. 2 magazines, a year's worth of exclusive online content. Never a better time to become a Dave Campbell's Texas Football Insider than with football season right around the corner. 3 weeks from right now is well, not right now. 3 weeks from today is the first
I'll
Friday
be in
night.
El Paso.
It's the first Friday night of the Texas high school football season. Get yourself geared up at TexasFootball.com/subscribe. Is that a good way to put it? I think that's a good song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get yourself geared up.
I would subscribe to that.
Yeah.
TexasFootball.com.
Look at us getting better at this whole sales pitch thing. You hear
Let's
that,
not-
Rudy?
Let's not go crazy.
Getting better. I said
yes.
improvement.
Yes.
Not good, but better.
Okay. Do we want to do the read first, or do we want to do the nonsense
No, we're going to do the
first? Yeah,
nonsense
because
first.
I don't know if Honda wants to sponsor
I don't
this
think they
nonsense.
want this, but it's time to put your money
okay.
where your mouth is.
Okay. Do you want to explain this?
Yeah. So as we showed anyone who was watching the show yesterday, and hopefully if you weren't watching the show, you went on YouTube and found it. But we had coaches at the coaching school attempt to draw the state of Texas, and this is freehand on a
Did we play this
whiteboard.
on the show yesterday, or did we do the celebrity challenge yesterday?
Oh, you're right.
We did a celebrity
We did a celebrity challenge.
So this
I'm
is
sorry.
different.
Different. But regardless, we had coaches try and freehand draw on a whiteboard the state of Texas.
Mm-hmm.
It's on our YouTube page, and it is laugh out loud funny. It
It's-
is awful.
And well, okay. Hold on.
Some of them
hold
were
on, hold
okay.
on, hold on, hold on. I think 20% of them did pretty well.
Yes.
20% of them I think did pretty well.
We did not have a
I think-
person absolutely hit.
No,
I can say
no,
that.
No. Nobody did it perfect, but
No.
that's hard to do.
Yes.
Texas is a weird shape. I would say 30% were passable.
Yes.
Another 30% were bad.
Mm-hmm.
And now, so that's 30 plus 30 plus 20, that's 80.
20%
The
of
last
them,
20, the last 20%
you literally
were
had no idea what they
hilarious.
were. Yes.
Hilarious. It's on our YouTube page, youtube.com/Dave Campbell's TF. It's also on our website, TexasFootball.com.
Mm-hmm.
But you think that I'm being unfair.
Yes, I think that if you're going to sit here and judge the coaches, you got to put your money where your mouth is. So it is time. It is challenge time. Dung dung. We have the whiteboard here, and Gregory over there is going to show us what he can do.
Now, and I want to be clear. So over here, and we don't have a camera over here, but over here is the Republic of Football logo on our studio glass,
Which does, in fact,
does have the state of Texas.
have the state.
I want to be very clear. I'm not going to turn my head this way.
After he sat there studying it for at least
I may have
45
studied.
minutes
Okay.
earlier.
So here we go. Can I start?
Yes,
You're gonna
and
have to
go.
commentate though.
All right.
You're gonna have to
Yeah, he's opening the marker. Things are
God.
not off to a hot start.
Okay, let me go.
Things are not off.
Taking the
So
Texas challenge here.
again, just to
Paso.
reiterate here, he has got to draw the state of Texas. This is freehanding. And let me tell you, when the coaches started, they would all come in super confident on the panhandle.
There's three really easy lines.
Yes, and it's the entire panhandle, all the way up from the crease.
Well, and I will also say, I have an advantage, and the reason I have an advantage is because I'm a really good artist. No, that's not true.
that is
But the other thing
objectively false.
is, I got to watch these coaches. I'm about halfway done. I got to watch these coaches do it, and so I know. Bless you. I know where their pitfalls were. So I know I'm going to get like 2 things right because I know to be looking
where
out.
it went wrong. But I can
So
show
here
you,
we
like, they literally would go boom, boom, and like super confident, and then
yeah.
it was an, what do I go from here? So yes, you did get to witness this.
That's not good. Hold on. Let me try that.
Okay, we're erasing now. Which and to be fair with the coaches, erasing was also allowed. This was not a speed competition. This was an accuracy competition.
Boy, I feel really good about that.
Oh man. Okay. All right. The grand reveal of Texas by Tepper is bang. Okay.
That's pretty good.
That's
now, okay.
Pretty stinking
Red
good.
River's not great, but here's the places where people screw up.
You can squiggle though, and Red River's fine.
Yeah, that's
you
the
needed
thing.
a little bit more.
There's
up.
too much New Mexico.
Yes.
There's too much New Mexico, but the places where people screw up, and it doesn't come to a point down there. Port Isabel's not like a point.
You said it's an upside
But-
down shark fin.
It is, and I did that too wrong. But
You were an aggressive shark.
here's the thing: where people get it wrong is that Texas out here near Tenaha, it bows out
Yeah.
towards like right on the Louisiana border. It bows out. People get that wrong. People straight up forget about Big Bend.
Yep.
And then also, so this coast is not great. This coach is not great. I'm gonna give myself a B.
I was fixing to say, I mean, shoot, if we're
Chandra, what do you think of this? She can't. She's on a delay too.
yeah, we'll see how
She'll
long
see.
it
I'll
takes
hold it there.
for the delay.
But
oh, here it comes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, she says,
Yeah,
"Oh,
I'm
two
getting
thumbs
2 thumbs up.
There you go. Okay, I'll say here. I don't like being nice to you, but here's the fact of the matter: if we're going to compare it to the other coaches, you get an A.
This is
if we're going to compare it to like a normal thing, yeah.
I think this is definitely top half.
It is. Oh, absolutely.
This is definitely top half.
Undoubtedly.
And yeah. So here you go. That's I think that's pretty good.
Not bad.
It's not bad.
People are.
I don't think that's bad. It's a little too fat overall. A
Yeah,
big
I
part
see-
of it is over here. I'm sorry, over here.
You had a little too much Tex-Mex in
I
your
got
drawing
too,
there.
I got too much New Mexico over here. I'm trying to do the weatherman thing. Too much New Mexico over here. And honestly, I should have boated out a little bit more. And the coastline's
You
sloppy.
Coastline's
got to go a little bit more like this.
It needs a little bit up. Yep. Yeah, I was fixing to say
adjust it. I'm
like
trying to go like that.
just a little bit up. Yeah.
Closer to that.
That's too much.
Yeah,
well,
much.
not if
Anyway.
you rounded out your shark fin.
I know. Yeah, the problem is I came to a point down there. Kind of got to go like that. Yeah.
Do you remember the National Geographic lower third that said big sharks are cool? I think about that a lot.
Everyone remembers. Everyone knows that big sharks are cool. Anyway.
Not bad. Not bad, fella.
I'm gonna take a passing grade on that.
Okay,
I
yeah.
think I passed. I'm not saying I excelled. I'm saying I'm gonna take a passing grade on that. So there you go. The Texas Challenge.
Oh, here's a good question. What is the ratio? This is Aaron Flynn. What's the ratio of thumbs to letter grades? I mean, double thumbs is that's A plus.
2 thumbs up is
that's 5 stars.
I'm not worried about graduating. Let's put it that way. It goes in the win column. That's all I'm saying. All right, so there you go. This is Texas Challenge.
Well done, sir.
And now, Pickle, it's time for Helpful Honda Mailbag Friday.
The North Texas Honda dealers want to help you score some great deals on award-winning Hondas. Stop by your helpful Honda dealer today or visit ntxhondadealers.com to learn more.
Get us your questions.
Good cars.
Get us your questions. High school football, college football, recruiting, lifestyle, romance, travel, Hawaiian shirts, embarrassing things that Aspen, Pickle's friend Aspen can tell us about Pickle. If you've got those questions, she is available for questions as well. Get to your questions on Facebook. I guess you have YouTube and Twitch up as well.
I
So
sure do.
if you got questions there, let us know. The text line is dead apparently, but we can.
Yeah, I
do
gotta.
that.
We gotta.
So get your questions in high school football, college football, recruiting, lifestyle, romance, travel, etc., etc. So, do we have any questions, Pickle?
We do. Also, just a quick comment that I had never. Andrew Christensen said this. Have you ever heard? Like, I've heard C's get degrees. Have you ever heard D is for diploma?
I have not, but
that's amazing.
Feels good. Feels good, man. Listen.
Factually, that is correct.
Hey, I graduated high school. I graduated college. These are 2 verifiable facts.
I have the piece of paper.
We do not need to go into details. But like my wife is like this is not going to surprise anybody. My wife is way smarter than I am. I mean, obviously not. She married me, so obviously not like in the street smart sense, but like she's
book smart.
She's way smarter than I am. Like she was like undergraduate student of the year at Mizzou one year, and like she graduated magna cum laude.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's legit smart.
Yeah.
And I have a degree with a
Nerd.
minor. I have a minor in economics.
Oh.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
I
But
have
it
a-
makes sense because you're a
I have
numbers guy.
I have a bachelor's of journalism and I have a minor in economics.
Yeah, it explains why you have a complete love for Excel sheets.
I love Excel.
You do.
I love spreadsheets.
big cell guy.
I love spreadsheets. All right.
All right,
Give me a
questions. Canadian Wildcats winning state again? Question mark.
So it's a good question. And needless to say, this is going to be breaking news to everybody involved. But they're going to be good again. They're always very good.
Mm-hmm.
They have one of the very best coaches in the state, and I'd put Chris Ketting against any high school football coach in the nation and feel good about it.
Oh yeah.
So that they're all like. Their bad years are like, oh no, we only made it to the 3rd round of the playoffs. Like that's a bad year. Like, oh, what's wrong with Canadian, right? Here's where I have some concerns about Canadian, okay? And we're picking nits here about a team that we have ranked 3rd in the state, okay, and picked to win their region, right? Right. So we're picking nits here. 1, They got to find a quarterback. Now, they've never really had trouble finding a quarterback. No. That's not been an issue for them. But, look, they got to replace a guy. They got to go out there. It sounds like the guy they're going to go to is Cameron Cavalier. It's Andy Cavalier, who I believe is their defensive coordinator. It's his son. He's a sophomore. It sounds like he's going to take over. Josh Colwell was very, very good for them. Obviously led them to a state championship last year. But it is going to be a sophomore quarterback. And, sophomore quarterbacks don't, there's a lot of question marks there. Mm-hmm. Another question that we have for them is going to be on the defensive side. Like, they are losing a lot of key guys. Like Reagan Cochran was such a big part of what they did defensively last year. And he's gone. I think he's at West Texas, right? That's a question. Now, look. Here's the thing. Now, it's weird because I would say they're the favorite in their district, and it's true, but at the same time, like, Spearman and Childress are not any pushovers, right? They will have 5 games to get ready before the games count, okay? And then they're going to get into the playoffs, and they'll be favored in round 1. It'll be probably round 2 before things get really hairy for them. With that said, look, I think that they're the Region 1 favorite until somebody proves them wrong. I think Childress is on the come-up. I think Spearman's got one of the very best players in the state, Brennan Thompson. A lot of things can go this way or the other.
But if hurdles get figured out in the first 5 weeks, then the train starts rolling again.
They are right, exactly right. And I think that you doubt Canadian, you doubt Chris Ketting. He's on that very short list of, like, is Chris Ketting still there? Then I don't really worry about them. They're going to be in the mix. Would I pick them to win a state championship right now? No, probably not. Yeah. I probably wouldn't, to be real honest. Mm-hmm. But, because I think they would have to play Gunner in a semifinal. Yep. Presumably, if they come out of Region 2. Mm-hmm. And then we still like Franklin. They're the number 1 team in 3A Division 2 to start the year. And they very nearly took down Canadian in the title game last year. Mm-hmm. But I think they're in the mix, and I think you are a fool if you think Canadian's going away just because they are graduating one of the very best, most talented senior classes they've ever had. Mm-hmm. So there's a long answer to a short question.
Yeah. Let's go with...
That's the name of this pod. The subheading of this podcast is, that's a long answer to a short
question. Let's see. This is interesting. I was watching a video about a Texas high school football coach working an 80-hour week. Mm-hmm. Is that extreme, or is that what most coaches in the state are doing, obviously in season?
So in season, we're talking in season. A lot of it comes down to, A, what kind of program we're talking about.
Yes.
And B, plain and simple, like, are these coaches teaching classes?
Yeah, that's another thing.
Because remember, you have to be a full-time educator. You have to be a full-time employee of the school district in order to be a coach, a Texas high school football coach in the UIL.
Right.
And so 80 hours may be on a little bit of the extreme side, but it's not so far off. I mean, I've had conversations with coaches who are talking about, you have a game on Friday night and then, 5 a.m., you're back there on Saturday breaking down film, getting things ready for film study that day. I mean, I don't think 80 hours is necessarily all that extreme. I would say in the season, it probably settles in at about, like, the average is probably between 60 and 70.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But just compare it to how much we start working to a certain extent during that portion.
Let's just put it this way. Let's think about it this way, all right? And obviously, they're not, like, nose to the grindstone the entire time. But I want you to think about a Friday, okay? A Friday where you have a game at 7:30 p.m. You're probably getting to school at 7 a.m.
Yep.
The game's you're probably not leaving. Maybe you're running to go grab lunch or dinner for a minute, right? But you're probably there from 7 a.m. until 11:30?
Yeah.
Midnight, right?
Yeah, I mean, and that's generous, too.
Yeah, and so you're talking about, that's a 15-hour day.
Right.
And so right there, that's a big chunk. So, what I've learned from coaches is that in a lot of ways, Sunday is the real, like, it is the Sabbath. But in Texas high school football circles, it also is as well. That, like, you know, you might be, and even then, a lot of guys are pouring through huddle, or a lot of guys are going over film, or a lot of guys are game planning and stuff.
And
so
another,
I don't think 80 hours is necessarily all that outside the realm of possibility. Do I think it's on the more extreme end? Yeah, but I don't think it's necessarily all that crazy.
well, and something else to note too, and just knowing from growing up in a small town, like sometimes we would play games, like some of our district games were over 2 hours away or 2.5 hours away. So like that's a lot of travel time for smaller schools. And the other thing, Terry Crawford, our good buddy, is in the comments, and he's like, he's in season year round, because if you're at a 1A school, you're coaching,
and
if you're at anything below a 6A almost, you're not just coaching one sport, you know?
Well, Terry Crawford's a good example of a guy we were just talking to, and you know, I think people are thinking of like, how many hours did Chad Morris work at Allen, right? And that's a good question. Probably close to between 70 and 80, right? But then but that would be during football season, right? He's also not the athletic director, and you know,
he just gets to football.
And he just gets to football, right? A guy like Terry Crawford there at Abbott, right? Class 1A. He's also like the assistant baseball coach. You know what I mean? And he's also like he probably has some sort of hand in the basketball team.
Or
right?
all the head coaches that are also the AD. Like when you share that position, then you're out at every volleyball game basically, or every basketball game.
I don't think 80 hours is outside the realm of possibility at all. I think that I'm not going to say it's the norm, but I will say that it is not necessarily all that crazy. So, again, long answer, short question.
Here will be another one, and we're going to welcome in our good buddy, Guy Frazier. Hi, Guy. He said, hearing some good things
Did he send in a plus sign?
He did earlier,
okay.
Which means we made it. Hearing some good things out of Marlin lately, better crop of talent and coaching staff than what they've previously had from my point of view. What are y'all's thoughts on them for Syntex 2A?
I have heard those same things. Ruben Torres, the new coach there, has come in, and there's some buzz around them. Now look, he's taken over a team. Let's set the expectation here. He's taken over a team that was 4-5, right, last year, and according to my records, they have not. I mean, they're 3 years removed now from an 0-10 season. I mean, this is a program that is going to need some building. I'm not saying Marlin's going to go out there and win a state championship this year.
No.
What I will say is guys like Trajan Butler, guys like Darian Gillette, guys like Ty Harris, they've got some dudes they feel really good about.
Step said linebacker transfer as well?
Sure. I don't know about that.
He thinks it's a linebacker?
We have them in the playoffs. They were in the playoffs last year, got bounced in the first round in a big way by Bosqueville. We have them in the playoffs. I also don't think, how do I say this without being disrespectful to Italy, Kearns, and Dawson? I don't know if there's a
probably just don't say it.
I don't know if there's a world beater in that district.
I don't
think
think
there's a world
either.
beater in District 8. And so you look at 2A Division 1, and I don't necessarily know that there's some team that you're necessarily shaking in your boots about. And by the way, look at that whole region, right? I mean, the team that won the region last year was Crawford. And Crawford has some, has a few pieces to replace. But I will just say that if you're Marlin and you can mature quickly and you can all buy in on what Ruben Torres is selling and things like that, there's a lot of upside there. I have heard that same thing from coaches. Of them saying, keep an eye on Marlin. They're on the come up. So it's not necessarily surprising that you're
it was
Jure
Bledsoe.
Jure Bledsoe.
From Bremond.
Okay.
The defensive lineman.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That doesn't hurt.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I would just keep an eye on Marlin's one of those sleeper teams that we haven't thought about in a long, long time. They have some history. They've been good in the past. Haven't been good recently.
Are they the Marlins?
Their program, they are not. They're the Bulldogs. Another missed opportunity.
Yeah,
but
Frogs.
yeah, I would say keep an eye on Marlin. They're one of those kind of 2A D1. That's a real hipstery pick. Is Marlin? It's real hipstery.
Guy seems like that would be a good hipster pick for Guy. There you go, Guy.
Yeah.
Let's see if you were able to.
Was it Guy or was it Mike Roach doing Guy? Doing the Guy impression.
I don't know. Both are elite.
They're great. Anyway, what's up?
If you were able to switch lives with one movie character, who would it be?
With a movie character. Boy. I mean, being Richie Rich seems cool. Right?
Yeah.
That's a real cop-out. I don't want there to be like any like real peril in my life. Like I don't want to go and like I don't know.
No, you want to be like the awesome supporting cast member. You know that like nothing bad like really happens to them.
Who
They're
has
just
like
cool.
the best life? Like Truman from the Truman Show, right? That's a weird life, but like I would just like you get to live in Seaside. That seems cool.
Mm-hmm.
And like the whole world kind of revolves around you. That seems kind of cool. All you gotta do is just shut up and let it happen, Truman. Oh, I want to go to where do you say you want to go? Like Bora Bora. I don't know. I had to watch Truman Show again. But then like Ed Harris is up in the sky and he's like yelling at you. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. Who like what movie character, like everyone talks about like all the movie characters who have like terrible arcs and stuff like that, like did nothing but bad news. I'm trying to think of like what's the opposite of that. Like what's a movie character that like it's nothing but good things.
I guess if I had to choose one, and I don't necessarily
no
have like
conflict.
a specific thing, but I guess like if I thought of like what would be a really cool movie character to be like some sort of spy or something, like if I could be James Bond,
Yeah, but
I feel like that would
shot at.
I know, but I would be really cool as a human, like rolling around.
Well, I can't stress enough that you get shot at.
Yeah, but
That seems like a no-go for me.
He didn't die, so
I don't know. Maybe like you know who seems like they've got a pretty good life?
who?
What's the name of the Andy from Toy Story? Right?
Yeah.
He just gets to hang out and play with his alive toys that he doesn't know are alive. That seems pretty basic.
But wouldn't it be cooler if you knew that they were alive?
I guess that's true. I don't know. Maybe Lightning McQueen. That's what I want to be. I want to trade. I want
He
to be.
kind of goes through some stuff too, though.
Yeah, but he brings it on himself. I'd be much smarter than that. Anyway, I don't know. Also, my son's watching Cars these days. So
Andrew Christensen said the grandpa off of Willy Wonka, he laid in bed for 10 years and miraculously gets up to go to a candy factory.
Man, that's a great point.
Oh, my God.
That's a great
I think
point.
he just hit I don't even like sweets, and I have to respect that.
Yeah, but then I have to be old.
That's true, but there's a lot worse things than being old.
Yeah. Maybe I'd be Willy Wonka.
Oh, that's cool. Just own the chocolate
Own
factory.
the chocolate factory and then never let anybody in.
It's all for me.
For me. I'm not even going to sell it.
For me.
Not even going to sell it. I'm just going to be rich and enjoy all this candy. All right. We got an ender?
Oh.
No.
No, we have two. Can we do two?
Yeah,
two
we
enders.
got two.
Okay, real fast. We're gonna go with.
Come on, Shlee.
Oh God, darn it. Would you put on the stripes and be an official?
Yes.
Cool.
I
There. Okay, that's a quick.
And by the
ender.
way, I have to do my
Yeah,
annual,
this is a
my
PSA.
annual PSA.
Yeah.
There is a legit official shortage in the state of Texas. So if you are somebody who wants to be a part of Texas high school football, you want to do, make a little bit of money. You're not going to get rich, but the officials that I talk to love what they do. They get to be a part of the action on Friday night. Then please contact TASO, T-A-S-O, I believe it's tasso.org, and become a Texas sports official. We could certainly use you. They'll train you up, make a little bit of money. It'll be fun.
Yeah, that's a cool job.
And then the other thing is, if you don't want to be an official, lay off them.
Yeah.
Like, the reason there's an official shortage, or one of the reasons there's an official
Because you
shortage,
people are savages.
is because everyone's yelling at them, and who would want that job? So you can do your part there. But yes, I would absolutely put on the stripes and do that. We've kicked around that idea of doing that, and like hooking me up with the GoPro and let me
Having,
like go
yeah,
out
like
to
a scrimmage,
like a spring game or a scrimmage or something like that. That'd be fun.
the dome cam.
Yeah, just put it on my big old dumb head. It'd be fun. All right, give me an ender.
All right. What is your hidden talent? Something that you're really good at that a lot of people might not know.
Something I'm really good at.
I know Aspen's.
Aspen, what's your hidden talent?
She can duck walk like a champion.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, boy.
Do it for me. Turn the camera.
I wish we had a...
Turn the camera. Here we go. Turn the camera.
Hang on.
This is fun.
Oh, God. No, turn that camera.
Oh, God. Okay. You're watching live coverage.
This is amazing. Do you have enough room to do it there? You're gonna need to angle it down a little bit. This is amazing. Can you do it? Okay. It's been a couple years. Go. Okay, so we used to do the story behind that. We used to do
Imagine tuning into this show for the first time.
we used to do every Friday during off season we would have different like competitions and stuff that you could do, and duck walking was one of them. We would do a relay like that, and she was the first round draft pick every single time because she can really get going. Do you have a secret talent like duck walking that you can do?
No, I'm pretty bad at everything.
You gotta have something.
You know what? I'll give myself a little bit of credit. I'm a pretty good cook.
Okay.
I'm a pretty good
I'll take
cook.
that. I'll take that as an answer.
I'm not elite. I'm not here to tell you that I'm gonna cook you dinner, but like, because you're not invited. But
That's fair.
I will say I'm a pretty good cook, and I think I'm all right at that. That's probably my secret talent.
Okay.
I think. What about you?
I can hula hoop like a champ.
That's going to do it for us. Thanks for spending a little bit of your day with us. Follow us on Twitter at DCTF. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Dave Campbell's. Follow us on Instagram, instagram.com/Dave Campbell's. And, of course, see us at texasfootball.com. Thanks again to Cody Simper of Cy Woods for being our guest, as well as Aspen. For Ashley, for Schlee Pickle.
God.
I'm Greg Tepper. Vince Young, please get your Player of the Year trophy. We'll see you Monday on Texas Football Today.